Shedeur Sanders was in the Pro Bowl last night. Dustin, I'm going to need you to fill us in.
I'm going to be your eyes and ears for last night's flag football game.
So I'm going to read you a quote. We'll discuss the quote, and we'll also get into how he performed last night. But he was on with Kay Adams, who's a FanDuel show at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And Shedeur said this.
Grown up.
Yeah, I like her.
Quote.
Players like her.
That's the thing I appreciate about this year is that I proved to myself I'm able to dominate the league. I'm able to take completions. I'm able to put all of that together. And definitely in games, we have flashes, but I know I'm capable of doing that. Now to do it on a consistent basis, that's what the goal is. But for me, in this past season, that's what I proved to myself. That being, quote, I'm able to dominate the league.
Mm-hmm. You know
Zach,
what?
Or Dustin, no, you start us off. Dustin,
You know
what
what?
say you about this?
I have absolutely no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Because I think if you want to be great, you got to be a little crazy, and you got to be a little delusional about your ability. And I think he does have ability. Like, I don't think it's crazy to think that he could be a starter in this league. The dominant, I mean, I want my quarterback to think that way. Why would you not?
Right.
I mean, I'm a little delusional in my own life. I mean, it's what high achievers have to be sometimes. Like, if you want to get to the next level, you gotta be like, I'm the best. Like, you can't stop me. And I like that. So I know maybe you thought I would go the other way with it, but no, I think that's good. And whatever happened last night has nothing to do with what is going to going forward. Like, he looked good in his underwear throwing passes, just like he did at the combine and all those things. But like, I like that attitude, and I think I agree with Chris Rose, who said this should be the year. If they don't draft a quarterback, just give everything to Shedeur and just see what happens. Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and then we know.
Yeah.
And then and everybody else knows too.
Right.
So then we can all move on.
Zach, what do you think of the comments?
Yeah, I think the whole bottom 2/3 of that quote are reasonable and rooted here in the real world.
Yeah.
I don't think the dominate part is.
Yeah.
I think the whole reason it's said is because of the absurd selection to the Pro Bowl. Right?
Yeah.
He should be low-key right now, and he wasn't. Yeah. He didn't dominate
all
anything.
this. Joe Flacco getting picked to the Pro Bowl.
He didn't dominate anything.
Silly. Yeah,
no. We know the truth, and we've been over it, right?
Yeah.
Who could have succeeded there? In every game except the Chicago game, he had really good moments. Sometimes it was just one drive or two drives. Sometimes it was prolonged play.
Yeah.
Tennessee, he put up huge numbers and was really good. It was his own terrible interception that set the stage for that, but he brought them all the way back, and they lost on that conversion. So he had great growth experience. He has a long way to go and to grow, but pretty much what Dustin said. That one word stands out. But this is a developmental QB who's shown some good signs, who clearly has some talent. And we'll see. He should have that belief in himself, and he has had that belief in himself. But that I'm able to dominate the league, no.
Yeah. Well, if he had said, I proved to everybody that I could dominate the league, then you could have a real beef with what he said.
Sure.
But he didn't say that. He believes, and that's fine. It doesn't matter if the rest of us believe.
Let me just say this. You guys can make fun of me, but like
we will.
I know. I'm obsessed with tennis. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've heard that.
So I am committed to becoming the best tennis player I can become. I'm never going to be a pro. I know that. It's not about that. But it's about pushing myself at my age to do, what I think is good. Right. Like, be a really good tennis player. And like, I get opportunities to play with better players. And I when I get on the court with those guys, I like, it's like, wow, this is fast. This is great. Okay. But then I play, and then it slows down. And then I'm like, for example, last week I played with these guys. They're really, really good. They're 4.5 players. They're high-level tennis players. And I get on the court, and I didn't win, but I held my own, and it's the first time really getting involved with those types of players. And I love saying to myself, I can play with those guys. Like, I said to myself, I'm going to dominate that court one day. And I will. It may take a couple years, but I know that I'm going to get, and that's what he's saying is he stepped on the field. He has seen it. The game slowed down. Yeah, you make errors because it's the first time he saw all that stuff. But that belief, that's why this guy is going to be successful in life.
I don't want a quarterback who's not confident.
Right.
Even if it's irrational at this point before it's proven. I want my quarterback to be confident. I 100% believe, I don't care that nobody else would believe, that I am the greatest play-by-play man in America today.
100%.
I don't have the opportunity right now. I haven't gone down that road. But I'm convinced that if I got an opportunity, I'd be the best play-by-play guy out there. I 100% believe that. other people would have a chance to make their opinion if it happened.
If I got in the booth tomorrow for the national championship, Herb Street's out, I'm in right now. The first quarter would be really fast.
Yes,
but
sure.
By the second, third, fourth quarter, it'd slow down, and I'd say to myself, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like that's how things go. And when you step up to the highest level of competition, if you want to be the best, you better be a little freaking delusional about how good you can be.
Question for you, Dustin. Yeah. Are you going to cancel Tuesday morning tennis to go to the Cavs parade in late June?
Oh yeah. Well, the parade won't. I'll be off the court by the time the parade starts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It takes a
while. No one said you can't do both.
Maybe we'll do a better job of keeping the streets clear the second time. That was bedlam.
I'll be up in a helicopter again.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be watching from Chili's.
I'll fly down after.
I got nobody's really got any beef with what Shedeur said. He's got to be. He's proven it to himself. Now he's got to prove it, and he's proven it to his diehard fans. Now he's got to prove it to the rest of us. Hopefully, he will do that this year. We shall see.
When I read that, I saw the small little, just a snippet that got spread all around social media, which was, I could dominate the NFL.
Yep.
Right.
And I was like, I hope there's more to this. So I went and I found the whole quote. That's why I put the whole quote up there.
It's fine.
No
and
problem.
I like my quarterback being confident. And, I think the best players in all sports, especially the positions like quarterback where you're kind of out on an island by yourself sometimes, I don't want to say delusional confidence, but you have to have a little bit of extra confidence in yourself to be able to accomplish some of the things that you set out and want to accomplish. So I kind of like this quote too. When seeing it in the whole context of it, it looks a lot better than I learned I could dominate the NFL. And I have no issue. Dustin, how did he play last night, though? Fill us in on what you saw.
Are we really
from
breaking
Chili's.
down? Is this like ESPN Cleveland?
I don't know that I have it.
Stats from.
I'm not grossy. I didn't track his
curious.
completions and interceptions and all that stuff. He looked good. Yeah. I don't know. He's having fun. He's smiling.
Yeah.
The funny part was that all the veteran players love him.
I said, like, obviously it was silly that he got picked for the team, but we've seen a lot of players like that, but whatever. But I had said, it's the league trying to take advantage of him. He shouldn't go, but I was wrong about that. It was good. He got to hobnob with some of the best players in the league.
I don't think anybody watching that game last night was like, this guy shouldn't be here.
Yeah, right.
It's a flag football game, dude.
Yeah,
it's not.
Who cares?
It's not even an all-star game. So it was fine.
What are your takeaways from yesterday? You had something you wanted to say about Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase made a defensive play.
Yeah.
At the goal line, interception. Did you see this on
He didn't get hurt, did he?
No, he's fine. He was like a one-handed catch. It was an unbelievable catch, and then he returned it for a pick six. And then he did like a backflip corkscrew thing into the end zone, which is like the most athletic thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, wow, maybe they could use him on defense this year.
So the Winter Olympics are starting. The next Summer Olympics, flag football is a sport. And these NFL guys want to play.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're a team,
you don't want them to play.
Well, we're seeing that. We see that in baseball with the World Baseball Classic, right? A lot of these guys.
Right.
It's mostly major leaguers.
Right.
We've seen it in hockey. We've seen it in basketball.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting with the NFL.
On August 15th, I'm the Bengals. I'm not having Jamar Chase do much on August 15th, but I need him there. Right? I don't need him playing against England 63-0 and risking his ACL.
Yeah, I mean, did you see? I remember there was a soundbite from because there's guys that play flag football high level, and some of those guys were like, "Oh, the NFL players wouldn't be better than us."
It is a little bit of a different sport.
Yeah, but still.
Right. I think if the NFL players actually...
There's no guy playing flag football who's a better receiver than Jamar Chase.
Of course not. But they may be able to beat them in flag football, if that makes any sense.
In a certain setting, no doubt.
Yeah.
Because the way they can contort their body or whatever.
It's a different game. No, it's just a different game.
So this kid at the Senior Bowl last week, John Carroll's Ty Montgomery.
Yeah, right.
He played college basketball, and then he was ready to give that up.
LSU,
He started playing competitive flag football because that was his ticket to get film, to get a chance to play college football. This is a thing that exists, competitive flag football. And then he was so good right away that he was presented the opportunity to turn pro and go on the path towards playing in the Olympics. And he turned it down because he wanted to still go back to college play college football. Yeah. But it's a real thing. Before I write about it or talk about it more, I'm going to dig out the exact details.
Right.
But Ty Montgomery lived in Houston, was on a Florida-based flag football team playing in a tournament in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And that's how he ended up going to Nicholls State and then John Carroll. And then the Senior Bowl and now the NFL.
I think one of the best players on our U.S. women's team is from Cleveland. I can't think of her name now. Lizzie.
Andy, look that up.
Geraci, I think, is her last name. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up, but I think.
So when I was in Texas,
one
of the biggest events of the entire calendar year, and I was working in College Station, was the state 7-on-7 flag football tournament, which was in College Station every year.
Yeah.
Some of the kids that would come and some of the organizations that would come and the whole setup, boy, you would think this was a $10 million prize on the line with how seriously some of this stuff was taken.
Dude,
to real quick, to Zach's point, it is a different sport. Like, it's not apples to apples. And I'm not even sure if flag football and 7-on-7 flag football are the exact same, the Olympic sport versus that. Some of the kids that were the best at 7-on-7 from our local schools were nobodies when it actually came to Friday Night Lights.
You got to remember, one of the biggest skills when flag football is pulling a flag. It's hard to do.
That's true.
So it's not like you're tackling somebody. Just because you get a really good corner and you can get your hands on somebody and you can tackle, doesn't mean you can have the hand-eye coordination to find that flag and to go grab that. Hard, you got to get a pull, dude.
If you're corner size or kick returner size in 11-on-11 fully padded football, you're a pass rusher in flag football.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Super chat time.
One thing before super chats.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud cut off his dreads and is now rocking a fade. Will that bode well for him and make him a better quarterback in 26, or was that a bad decision?
I think Earl would be the person to ask. Earl's probably not happy about that.
Stroud will be all right.
He was so bad in the playoffs, he needed to change something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a talented kid.
That was crazy.
He'll be all right, man. He's a young player with a lot of talent, and he's got a really good head on his shoulders. Like, he'll figure it out.